of the healing from the heart center. And I hope that each person that watches is perfect, whole, and complete. Okay, there's going to be sneezing, mucus. I have my bamboo treated. I should say it's not with natural chemicals, and it's not even a nice feeling. And so the next batch, I'm going to try. Felicia suggested neem. We're going to try the neem, and we're going to, or we're going to treat it with the chemicals. I'm going to say that. I know you think I'm so natural that I am. Really don't like it, but have it treated off-site, so that, because the bamboo that you're buying when you go to the core stores, and the bamboo's already like sanded, and they're definitely treating it with chemicals, but you don't see that process, because by the time you get it, it's dried and done up. So but it's not good, and I don't like it, and I want another way. So I'm going to pray that we have another way. Lakeisha, hey. So if you hear me, you can see that's what it is. Now, we were on this channel earlier, but but I was just doing like a hangout with me in town. So most of the video was hang out in town, and I said that I would come back and do a sit down. So this is what that is. So I was doing like like I said, I've been on YouTube for 15 or 16 years. I can't quite remember. I don't know exactly which one, but a while, right? So I definitely noticed the trends, and I'm talking about the trends within myself, right? So when you change, this always happens, right? When you change, anybody, when I say you, I mean the general you, not you or me. We're talking about all of us. When you change, when a person change, they say when you change, everything around you changes. Do you know how that happens? Because it's not that everybody that's around you is changing too. It's that because you change, people around you and you around them, you won't feel each other anymore. It'll be like miscommunication, or seemingly. People will get offended. People will become sensitive. That's just the transition. That's the transition. Ain't for the love. That's the transition of the person changing. And because I've been on YouTube for so many years, and again, thank you for the love so much, I realized that's what's happening. I'm changing. So the connection to sometimes the audience, or the viewers is seeming off. Thank you. And some people might think I'm off, like, oh my gosh, she's off, or she's being rude, or she's being. When you change, it's because the old part of you, particularly the part that you're changing, wasn't giving you or getting you where you need to go. Matter of fact, it was taking you down paths of hurt or pain or shame. It was your old self experiencing an old life that you no longer want. So change is just that. It is a breaking down, eradicating of the old life, the old person, the old way of thinking. That's right, the old way of feeling. And a lot of times, real change is action, right? So you can't say I want to change and say I changed. You say, well, how did you change? You can't say anything. You actually got to first you have to identify what needs to be changed. And once you start moving towards and implementing those changes, well, it's going to affect everything. We all have a place in the orbit. And when we leave that orbit, the orbit changes. Even if somebody else moves, if this orbit becomes smaller because somebody moved into the space. It's like having a circle of women or men or anybody would say a circle of women. When one woman, and it's about 12 women in the circle, and one woman has to go. When the woman leaves that circle, what we usually ask, like a womb circle, something, okay, let's close up the circle. But it doesn't matter if you still even close up or not, because when the woman left, the energy changed. And then somebody else will leave, right? And then the circle comes together, and then the energy changes. It's a different frequency. Even a conversation will be geared to something else, because everybody in that circle is holding a certain kind of frequency, and some may even be opposing. Some may not, but it'll just be, it'll be different. Thank you for the love. So if somebody, but the same thing happens if you have this circle of 12, and then somebody else comes in and you open up the circle for the person coming in. The energy changes just by her coming in. There might have been questions asked. There might have been things discussed that she's not privy to. So she may even ask questions that's already been answered. Or she may talk about something that we didn't get to yet. So when things change, the circle, the number of people in the circle, the people in the circle, then the energy of that circle is going to change. It's the same thing here. If I say, oh, I'm changing, and something that I'm working on is boundaries, right? And again, if you have poor boundaries, but you can use any, if you have poor skills in whatever the thing that you're working on, it's not in one place. What they say, that saying, the way you do one thing is probably the way you do everything. So once you make a decision to change, things are going to change around you. It's like if you say you wanted to always learn Spanish, but you didn't know. So of course, all your friends and family are predominantly English speaking, or at least if they speak Spanish, they only speak English because you don't speak Spanish. The moment you learn Spanish and you learn it fluently, I can guarantee you that your friend circle, thank you for the love, will be different. Because now your friend circle is a different circle. You might not even be in that same circle because now you're bilingual. You can be in an all Spanish-speaking circle, Spanish-speaking country. Thank you for the love, which means you're gonna meet Spanish-speaking friends and eat Spanish-speaking and eat Spanish meals, and wow, what you'll learn, who you'll be. You'll be different. So your old friends might not even have as much interest, or they just realize they don't even. It's not that you don't relate to them; they actually won't even relate to you. Now let me say, there's another way that this happens also. There's different vibratory frequencies. So let's say that the energy you had when you were in, and we're gonna go city and we're gonna go country. Let me see. I'm gonna make you Lakeisha or Wild Gypsy. I'm going to make you. Okay, good. Thank you for doing that. I'm going to make you as moderator, and just as long as you can be here, be great. And Wild Gypsy, also thank you for being here. So as moderator, so you want to look for a high user from channel, so that blocks them. That's a blocking from the channel, just in case. So hi, Wild Gypsy. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so if somebody can go and just get all of those negative things out, that would absolutely be great. So, okay, so Wild Gypsy. Okay, let's do that too. So we'll have two. All right, so any negative comments that you see, just put high user from channel, and as they start coming in, high user from channel, the insults, whatever, the things are just to throw you off. And I thank you so much. So, yes, good morning to each other, yes. Same thing happens in frequency too. I thought about it, I said, you never see this video. This would be a great video, I think, on YouTube. So the American moves to another country, right? How has that changed her as far as relating to the people, the places, and the things from her old country? There's a frequency shift because the way that they do those things in that country is a different way than they would do it here. And if the American has been in the foreign country for any length of time, then there's things about her that actually kind of changed just by living in the country, particularly if she's not surrounded by her countrymen and women. She's around the names all day, in my case, right? And then in a deep way, right? There's a vibrational frequency. There's a way that they do things that in order for her to, thank you for the love, to live in the place and even survive and then thrive in the place, she would have to adjust her thinking. She would have to adjust her hearing. She would have to adjust so many things. And it's not being herself, it's being her new self that reflected of her new environment. Now let's talk about the energy change, and that when you change, everything around you changes idea again. The energy shift from being in the city to being in the country is a difference. This is why back in the day, before we had internet and, we could talk to people around the country right in our living rooms, we had like the anthropologists or, the journalists, even the reporters, and they would literally have to, and somebody would talk about this man who lived in the woods for 25 years, or this healer, in Mexico that lived in the woods, if you were to say it again, for 30 years. And they would search and they would go really far. And sometimes the questions they would ask would be so from their own perspective, because more than the questions they ask, that's the questions that they ask. But the answers that they receive from the person that lived 25 to 30 years in the forest sometimes was beyond their comprehension. And the profoundness of the questions, or the profoundness of the answers, or the advice, or whatever let's say the medicine woman or man was giving that lived in the forest, would have even been different from the same, let's say Mexico, same Mexican woman that lived 30 years in Mexico City. It's a different insight, a different feeling, a different connection, a different idea, a different thought. So you're in a different frequency. And it's not to say that your old frequency is a less frequency, but it's clearly a different frequency. It's not to say that the people from that old frequency is on a lower frequency, but it's definitely on a different frequency. So now you try to have a conversation with folks that you're speaking from the perspective of who you are now based on where you are now. The vibration of the city. I'm going to bypass the vibration of living in the States for 5 years, living in the States for all my life, to living now in Ghana for 5 years. I just want to talk about the vibrational difference or resonance of living in the city to the country. It's so different. And then couple that with me, the person, being an empathic person, somebody who's grounded in spirituality. You got to think about this, right? I don't have a TV. I don't, and this is not to anybody that does it, but I want to tell you the difference in frequency. I don't binge watch Grey's Anatomy. I don't even know what that thing is. So could somebody tell me what that's even about? I don't have those favorite things I watch once a week on TV. I don't have that. I've not had that when I was in America, let alone here. I'm not going to watch a Christmas movie. I'm probably not a Tubi girl. No, I'm not mad at the Tubi. I'm not even a Netflix girl, let alone a Tubi girl. That's not me, So and you're gonna get this for a minute. It's not that it's you and that's bad. It's not me. That's not what excites me. That's not where my conversations will be. I want to have inner conversations. I want to know about what you felt when that happened. Tell me more about the last guy. How did you feel when you first met him? That's me. That's the friend you will get. What do you mean when you say that? Did you really think that was okay to say that? Somebody said, what do you think about that? Well, I didn't think you really wanted to say that. But what is that? I'm that person. I don't know those things. My sister could tell you. She had to tell me. People used to be like, hey, have you ever seen, and how, remember back in the day when, because they know my age group. Remember when they used to watch, my sister said, I was a little puzzled. My sister said, my sister would say this about me. My sister didn't watch TV. Even when she was young, she'd rather be outside. I was in the village. I was sneaking in the clubs with the older people at 14, 15. That was never me. That's not my wavelength. People talk about somebody being better or this. No, my frequency is, y'all, it's to the point that I can't believe that I was with the last person I was with. So somebody's going to have to come down, or somebody's going to have to come up to the frequency if the relationship, friendship, intimate relationship is going to last. This relationship that we are even having right here. And unfortunately, I came down, which I'm putting that as part of no boundaries. He could have never been up here. Yes, you would want to get with somebody that I call them dumb, frivolous, nothing movies. To me, I That's not me. I mean, I don't think it's a waste of time. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to put that in my brain. That doesn't do it for me. But if it do it for somebody else, enjoy it. That's not me. That's not higher consciousness for me. So now let's talk about, if that's not for me, the city, that's a vibration. But something happens if you physically can they have machines that can monitor these things, right? So if you in the city and your blood pressure is this way, and you've done nothing but ate, and you're eating extremely well, and you're exercising, and you're not watching all these other things, and and here you're eating the food that's local, and you're not eating 5 different greens, and you're not, but your blood pressure is beautiful every day. What that shows you, if you don't believe that there's a vibratory molecular, I don't know how to say it, your molecules are changing. Hearing that sound that you're hearing right now all day, every day, instead of the construction of a building and the toxins that come from that, don't you think that might affect my thought process, what I like, what I feel, what I want to talk about? And I know that I'm going to still, in this video, some people are going to look at me like they don't know I'm talking Chinese, and that's okay. And I'm doing this to not walk away off these videos and feel like, did I say something? Should I not say? Or should I say, hey, this is what it looked like when you changed? And because I'm having a chance to see, I couldn't even see where my boundaries were so weak. I couldn't even see, but I can see now. I'm getting older, so I'm going to probably say what I don't like even more than I did before. Boundaries look a lot of ways. It's somebody speaking something over you when you told them what you didn't want. They're crossing my boundary. You don't have to convince me in that thing, I don't want to do that. That's not what I like. That's not what I want to do. You could just pretend and be like, oh, it's just nothing, and they're not in my life. And just say, oh, no, that's okay, and keep moving. That don't seem like enough for me. It seems like if I'm really going to do this and watch my boundaries, and I really got to watch my boundaries. You don't even know, this is a healing, y'all. You don't even know what your boundary, you don't know that the fowl coming in your yard is a boundary being crossed. It's not comfortable to you. You don't like it. You don't want it. And you got your reasons, and there's nobody's business what the reasons are if you don't want to tell. Deciding if I'm going to stay in the city or the country, I'm not asking you. I'm telling you only because, but I hope I'm telling you for a reason. I'm saying, hey, if I continually tell you who I am is more spiritual, that's really not me. Now, my mind is thinking you would know that, but I could see, that's when I know that there's some energy shifting. Let me tell you what I know there's energy shifting, because energy shifting, this is how you know. When something seems obvious to you, but it's not to the other person. That shows you that, okay, something shifted here, and I don't even know when it happened, how it happened. Because you're going around thinking, they should know that about me. They should know that about me. They should know. I'm talking about all relationships. Sometimes people do, but they don't care if they're pushing your boundaries. Do you get it? Without them even knowing it. I'm realizing that people will push your boundaries or go over your boundaries, some innocently, some not. Some not. I remember the other person used to do that. I used to say, oh, that's what I want. He'd go, you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure you want that? I swear to God, with some crazies, they would look me in the eye. You sure? You sure? To the point you start thinking, maybe I don't want it. Pushing boundaries. You sure you want that? You sure? I said I want that. God damn it. Now I'm mad. Now I look bad. Now I look bad because I know you're playing with. I know what you're doing. Pushing boundaries. Well, this is what I want to do. Well, you ever think about doing that? Why don't you just do that? No, this is what I want to do. Pushing my boundaries. People not even knowing that they're pushing. That's pushing boundaries. And it's I think it's insidious, and that's where you don't really know it's happening until now you say, hey. I mean, I'm sure, and that's called, of course, that's called also a little bit of manipulation. But not everybody's intention when they do it is for evil. The ones that do it for evil, you probably will know. The ones that's doing it because they want to see you in a different light, or they believe that they know you. And so and see, that's the thing with hanging out with the old same people when you're growing. Because to them, thank you for the love, they know you. They can't even see you're growing. You got to raise your hand and be like, I don't do that anymore. With me, I ain't never did what this thing is. I don't even know, but it's okay that people, let me tell you something. It's okay that people don't see you. Move out the way. Every time that happens, you move forward. Because if you don't move forward, guess what you're going to do? If you take it from me, it could destroy you and take you out of here. You'll move backwards. You'll move down. You'll shut up. You'll say yes. You'll start questioning your decisions. It's not up for discussion. This is what I tell you. This is what's happening. This is what we're going to do. But people have a picture of you. It happens with your parents. That's why, like I told you, oh my God, we love your parents. I love my mom. But I remember the day I knew that if I stayed home past a certain age, I was not going to do the things that I want to do that I've never done. Because my mom was going to make me scared. You sure about that? Well, you got to be careful on them planes. You going down where? You sure about that? Oh my God. I was like, ooh, I recognized that when I was young. I said, ooh, I better get out. I better get out or I'll never be myself. I'll never know what self is. I'll never discover. I'll never become myself on my own. I got to get out. It's important for your children to leave. I could see that. Leave you. Leave us. All parents in that way have that fear, or they put on you have to find yourself, and you got to start with yourself. So you start with boundaries from your own parents. As a young man, you better have boundaries because your parents will push your boundaries every single time. You have to leave. You have to go. Now know this, though, when you do leave and you do go, but your friends stay, guess what? You're not gonna, you say, oh, these are my friends from high school. If you left, first of all, them the people you used to be your friends. You grew up. But you notice that you stop communication is not as tight. Then you start to change because people are moving in a different direction and meeting people because when they went out there, they became something else than when they were there. Because that's the normal thing to grow. If you're not growing, you're not putting yourself in different situations enough. You're not putting yourself in enough different situations and staying in those different situations enough to see change. You're going to be exactly the same, have the same. That's not me. I think my word to protect myself is almost like my key trigger word to myself, that if somebody's pushing my boundaries, I notice something that I say, because I say here all the time, I go, that's not me. But I didn't know that I was saying it as like a declaration to myself, as a form of protection, as an incantation. It's not me. That's not me. That's not me. Make it a mantra so every time that's not me. And if they continue to do it, that's not the people you're going to be around. You've grown up now. You can't do that same thing you used to do. That's not me. When somebody's around you and have been around you for any length of time and continue to ask you, are you sure about that? I think that person should know you by now. So you know what I'm going to think? You don't like me. Because you keep asking me about something that you know that I want to do. If I said I want to do this, you know that. So you must want me to be somebody else because you don't like me. Because you keep asking me, am I sure? Or you keep giving me suggestions of something that is so not me. You know, I know this chicken thing, I'm just using it as an example. This is the other thing that what happens when you move frequencies. Like I said, the idea of domesticating everything is so American. Oh my God, the animal is so cute. Oh my I'm fine. I'm just saying that's not what we do here. And I say we because I don't relate to that. I don't relate to that. I'm not from that school where we treat animals better than people. I can't feel that. I can't feel that. Growing up, that was white to us. Now, if that's, I know that things have changed and that's black now too. But when we growing up, white people did all that stuff. Oh my God, save the animals, save the whales. We'll have a thing. Save the whales while they walk over a tremendous amount of homeless people. That's not me. And apparently that's not them either. It's not me. I realized I could love nature and still respect it. We are taking nature and doing a whole bunch of stuff that when you come here, they don't do. They're not walking their dogs on leash. I'm just telling you, when you go to the bougie neighborhoods, maybe they do it. I ain't never seen it. I ain't never seen nobody do it here. Freaking dogs don't even live in the house. But that's a whole nother story, except for the Americans. American dogs come here, they die within the first year or two anyway. Cats and all that stuff. It's a whole nother environment. Even the animals usually can't acclimate. Because that little cushy life they had in America, child, they can't even go out with the rest of the wild animals. They can't even, your doggy would not be able to go outside with these dogs, okay? These dogs is on some survival. They act like dogs. They coming to get their food. They got to work, okay? They ain't got time to be with Fufu or Fifi or whatever your dog's name is. And I'm not trying to dish you. I'm trying to say it's a different world. So I can't relate to your world because I don't live in your world. I better relate to my world because I live in my world. It changes you, y'all. And it's not a change that's just mental. It's not a change. It's even deeper than psychological. It's a physiological change. Just like the blood pressure lowering. If there was some way to test your nervous system, and I'm sure there is, you know what I'm saying? You would see probably if they did some scanning on me, I'm sure I would be a different person than I would have been in the city. It's not me. America is the world of everything is cosmetic. So when you see me, if let's just say, I'm just using an example, I'm not saying this is happening, but if you see me decorating, you got these ideas, but you're not here in that environment. Would that idea work in this environment? You have no idea because everything is presented to you in beautifully, extremely edited form, clean, sanitized, and serene, and then given to you. So your perception, the way you see it, the way you're not here. The other part is I'm spiritual, but I'm growing, and so there's that spiritual component that is always going to be missing for a lot of people. I'm not saying I'm the most spiritual person in the world. Oh my God, far from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what the most spiritual person in the world looks like. I don't know. But I'm not a fake person. I can tell you that one. I'm not going to get off here and then pull out my television set, or I'm not going to get on YouTube and find the reruns too. I'm sure you can watch old shows and reruns. I don't know because I wouldn't know about that. I'm not gonna go eat the chicken after I talk about it. I'm just saying, I don't know, I don't know what, I don't do it. And I'm not judging, it's just not me. And you know what winds up happening to people that's just not me? They tend to be with themselves. And sometimes it's the best thing they can do. We did a master class this Sunday, and I told them one of the parts that we focused on was isolation for change. You got to isolate yourself to really, really do your thing because people are suggesting and almost forcing and always pushing. When I first got to Ghana, some people be like, oh, so maybe you should do, and we can put the gray. I'll be like, oh, no, I don't want that color. I love when I say, Eric, he said, we're going to paint the gray. I said, no, it's going to be another color. He said, okay. Oh, you want to keep the curtains up? No, you can take them down, all of them, yeah. I love it now. Everybody gets me. They like, she know what she want. She know what she want. And I think that's a beautiful thing because I don't think any of us grew up knowing what we wanted all the time. I think that's a grown person thing. That's why I try not to tell grown people what they want. Sometimes, I overstep too, and they let me know. I'll be like, yeah, I got it. That's true. I got it. It's a frequency shift, and it's happening. Because I feel like every other video I do, I know I done piss somebody off. Like, I done piss somebody off. Oh my God. They done got to get the speech. And then I feel, the funny part is, though, I haven't been really feeling bad. And I realize that that's just growth to say, like, no, this is just that thing that's happening. It's amazing. Like, I don't have, my friends don't have to be like me, and I don't have to be like them. But I got to respect who they are, and I got to respect who I am. And my friends in my life, they do. And I love that. I love that. I learned that. I got my sister friend right here. She know I don't. We ain't gonna have this conversation about this. We're gonna talk about the other things. We got 1,000 other things in common. She know when that the person went too far. She probably be like, "Oh Lord, they should have never said that." I like that she knows that. Sister Rashid is another one. She's not here. I like that she knows that I'm not gonna go to that party later on tonight. I love that. She's not gonna try to talk me into it. She's not gonna tell me why. If somebody said, "Oh, you want to go zip line?" I'm not interested in zip line at all. And if I had a person that it would only be smart enough to be like, "Come on, you ain't live once, try this now." If you keep forcing me, I probably won't be your friend. I don't want to do that. But I can tell you what would really make me excited. I'm gonna go wait for you. I saw this little cafe up the road. It looked really, really quiet. I could order me some tea, and they have flowers in the front. And we're foreign country too. Oh, I'm gonna go sit and practice my Spanish with the waiter if I have to. I'm gonna go read a book. I'm gonna go people steer while you zip line. And I promise you, I'm gonna have a great time, and you are too. When I see you, we're gonna have a great time together. I don't need that thing. I'm a different person. That's why I'm saying the person I was with, it was such, narcissists, they morph themselves into who you are. They actually become you because they don't have feelings. They don't have personalities. I didn't know, but I'm on a track to, divine mate and all that. I did not know that this awakening that has happened, because that's what happens to you after those horrible relationships, that it would actually, I think I'm gonna have all the right people around me. I didn't understand that having boundaries and being true to them allows you to attract the people that really like you. Because when you don't have boundaries, you have to do things you don't like, which means you become those things, or at least people think you are. And they meet you thinking, well, when we dated, you didn't say no to this, you didn't say, you see the problem? When we dated, you didn't say no. When we dated, you liked this, they're right. You lied. You pretended. When you met me, I smoked weed. When you met me, I was a drinker. Come on now. What was you doing? Why didn't you say anything? And now I understand why you're meeting the wrong people. You don't want that. You want a vegan, or you want somebody that's also be like, what are you doing? It's so important to have those boundaries. I'm seeing it, and I'm absolutely loving it. I'm loving it. I can see how to meet the right people for me. Because they're not questioning. You want to go, it's like, somebody said, oh, we want to go, and it's going to be a trip, and it's going to be what do they call it, like an adrenaline rush trip. I'm sure they have it, right, going there. Oh, I would never go on that trip. I'm going to be in the cafe. I'm trying to tell you. I'm going to be in the French cafe speaking French to the people trying to get my language on. And then maybe we could have deep conversations and meaning in French. Oh my God, I love that. Tell me about your culture. Speak the language and teach me. I need my mind stimulated. Because my mind is stimulated all day in nature, just by the very quietness of it all. The quietness is saying more to me than some people. I'd rather be with the quietness of nature than some BS stuff that you doing and thinking that I don't even do. I'm not doing that. Oh my God, I don't even know what I was thinking in that relationship. I'm like, when I really think about it, like, we were so unevenly yoked. I mean, he can't be yoked with no one. He's a narcissist. They have no personality. I know y'all don't believe how deep this is. You gotta go look this up. MPD is deep. The Most High has blessed me. So now, coupled with that, so I'm coming out of a relationship where I had to go all the way down to the ground, because the person that they don't feel comfortable with you being this person. Even when they meet you, they meet fantastic women. I used to say to my ex, you definitely are attracted to women that are doing shit, very smart, have it going on, and it never works for him because he's not. Because he's so busy thinking that that's going to get him some resources. He doesn't understand that but what happens with women, and we have to be careful of this, most of the women stop doing those things and start doing what they're doing. You have to have boundaries because it could save your life. It could save your mental, your physical, your spiritual. You have to. I love this boundary thing. Yes, I'm going to lose some people. Some people are not going to watch me anymore. We're going to be on a different wavelength. And so let me tell you what it looks like for me when I look at it. And like I said, it's all perception. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. What the hell's going on, everybody? What happened since I left? Maybe was I like that too? These are the stuff I ask myself. What? I'm in a different place. I know that. Why are you telling me what's going on? Are y'all all right? And that's why I did the video last night. Y'all all right? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Because I will never. With my man I was married to, the spiritual part of me, I was so into it, I think harder with him because he was an atheist, so that spiritual thing wasn't there. So there was conversations, there was holding the marriage together that we could have never went to because I don't feel like we had that spiritual foundation. I believe that's very, very important. No fake spiritual people. The last one, he just smoked weed and got locks. He ain't no Rasta. Because that's what I said, I don't want this Rasta. Yo, I've been with real Rastas. Real holding Naya Bingy. Real prayer and meditation. Real reading the Bible in that case every single day. Real place to go when they didn't have nowhere else to go. That's important as I learned that. I asked God that before I die, can I get that together? Can I be myself? Can I really have boundaries? Because I would love to see what I would manifest. Not just in a relationship, but every part of my life. This is the work. This is what it looked like. This is another thing. But I would think people who watch me would know that, but I understand that something's going on in the world, some warp time, and I don't know. But the reason why, it's not that I'm a know-it-all, right? To know, as they say, to know. TOONOWNOKNOW. It's a person that kind of knows it all, right? A to know. I'm not a to know. Only myself, I know that. But it's a sum about the brain figuring things out. Very important to me. And I want to explain to you, my mom trained us this way. She would never give us the answer we went to her. Figure it out. Figure it out. I swear, she meant it. Go back and think about it. She made us figure it out. Oh my God, what a wonderful road to discovery. In other words, if I give you the answer all the time, you're not using that part of your brain that needs to be utilized. Do you know how important that is for when your children go out in life? They can figure it out. They're going to call you. You're not going to always be there. They don't have to figure it out for themselves. That's growth, and my mom put that in us. So what I'm designing, I don't want you to tell me what to do. I literally enjoy, I know, crazy, figuring it out. I want to go on the journey. I want to get that it didn't work. I want to put that back. Usually with me, it did work because I felt it in my heart. I don't care if you told me I got a degree in design. I don't like the way that looks. Boundaries. It don't look good to me. Boundaries. You don't like the way it looked what I did? Boundaries. I like the way it looked. Boundaries. It looked good to me. Boundaries. Do you see? It's not impersonal. It's a discovery. I don't care about the destination as much as I do about the journey. No one has to tell me that it's not the destination, it's the journey. I think I probably wrote that motto in another life and brought it to this one. That's how much I lived that. I don't care. That's why when you see me get the thing, I'm on the other thing. It was, okay, you got it. Okay, anticlimactic. That was nice. Let's do it again. The thing with the apartment, I know this sounds crazy and people don't really hear it because I guess everybody's so practical. If nobody ever got in there in the 6 months, if it took me that long, I would be happy just because I decorated it. That was the journey. It was fun, and I'm telling you the truth. Now, I want people to come, and I want to make money, and make an income, but I'm trying to tell you, And I can't explain that to the people here. I can't say, oh no, I'm tiling the floor for me. To them, you're tiling the floor for your landlord. I ain't even, nope, I gotta live here. If he gets it, then I tiled it for him. So what? I love doing that. I love doing that. And there's something about thinking it and then having it. That's what God allows me to do. It allows me the true secret, the true metaphysics. As a man, woman think it, so it is. Your wish is my command now. Don't bother me. I'll move right out after I fixed it. I'm not saying dear, but you see me do it. So it's the thing. It's not that serious. The part that's serious is the creative outlet. That part is serious. I'm not that. We're my homegirls. You see them all around? Who hanging out with me? Who you see? That should tell you something. Like, okay, she's a little bit different. She on her own thing. She doing her own thing. Frequency. So me and the boundary thing and the discernment is doing things. But it's good that I can open my eyes and be like, oh my God, I will never get in a relationship with somebody that I could have those things that I am, because if I never met another person that did it, I'm so happy with myself doing it. I like myself so much. I love that. When you say those things, I say, wham, what's hot about me? Write it down. Do it. Put WHAM stands for what's hot about me, and write down all the things that turn you on about yourself. I love that shit about me. Excuse me. Yo, I love that about me. That I don't have no problem decorating the whole dang thing and saying, okay, where's the next place we can go? You ever had the whole thing? I'm good. Nice. See, it was nice. There's no more stuff to put in. I can't do nothing. Love that about me. Thank you. Love that. I love that when somebody says, oh, you should do, or don't you think about it? I say, no, I don't want to do it. I love that about me. That's what I'm like. I love that I tell you too. That's not me. It's not me. I love that about me. Oh my God, I love that. I love that about me. I love that I'm going to say, oh, that trip or zip line, the jumping off the water and the thing with the swing, I ain't going to do it. I'll be at the Jamaican spot with the Rastas. Oh, we're going to hang out with some Rastas. That's what we going to do. That's what I'm going to be doing. We going to be reasoning. That's what we going to be doing. And I know that will be brought to me. I know that person that I can talk on that level. I'm saying in real life. I get to have that on my phone with my friends, but I'm talking about in real life, I already know. If you cussing, you talk about sex, and you doing this, and you flipping this, and you did. Matter of fact, sometimes if you in frivolous relationships, we're gonna be close. We ain't gonna be that close, because my spiritual eye is gonna look at you and be like, oh my God, this wonderful woman. Why is she wasting her time? Or don't she know he only think about her in that one way? Or don't she know she's kind of degrading herself? I'll never say it, but I don't think that's gonna be my friend for long, because you know what? I'm not there. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I got other things to do. I'm not saying that's what you do. You gotta be okay that it's not you being uppity or being better. You don't do that. That's not you. What are you and that person about? You're on two different wavelengths. You're not even over there. And yes, you can connect. They can on the things that you are, and that's fine, and I'll do that. But if a person's got that little bit in them, at some point after you're going to find that the very small thing that you like about that person is really just that small. And the majority of them is the toxic shit that's not good. So then you're going to decide to hang out with them for the small stuff, and then they're going to stay because they like you. And then they're going to talk that shit all day, and then you wish that you should have just read a book and got the answer to what the hell they doing. I've done it because I got into those situations like, oh no, what did I just do? I brought them over. And now they got to stay. They need a ride. Their ride is coming. The ride's not here. And I ride them over. And oh my God, what did I just do? That's why my man becomes my best friend. But really, I had my man that was not my friend. He was my enemy. But he's everybody's enemy. It's not his fault. He's a narcissist. I have to say it a few times to make it real, because everything you thought wasn't, but it was the best thing. I've never dealt with boundaries. I never dealt with discernment. I'm getting to the root of why my relationships have not been working. It's not the other person, it's me. I have to get used to and respect my own high vibrational frequency. I got to get to the point where I don't watch those things and I don't care about that. And that's not my conversation and that's not what I'm interested in. I'm mostly good at it because you can see that I'm mostly with myself. But when I choose to let the one person in that's close to me, fucking Daffy Ducks out here. Daffy Ducks. Daffy Ducks. Um, yes. So we're not gonna do that no more. Okay, we're gonna just that's not happening. Boundaries. Oh my God, I'm not ready to date whatever day is gonna. Sorry, that was Wi-Fi. I said, let me. Oh Lord, what I was saying wasn't right. I'll go on a day I hear stupid shit talk more real than that. I would just be like, you know what? I want to go home. I want to go home. And I'm like, why? Oh, it's not. No, it's not really me. And they'll get it. You don't like what I say. You don't like me. Like, nah, not really. I'll stay with a smile though, but I'll say it. So, yeah, my mantra is that's not me. That's not me. That's not me. Hey, Lakeisha. Wow, Gypsy. Watching the replay. Moderators, where are you? Okay, thank you. I think they on now. Hello, my beautiful queen. Hey, from South Carolina, Rico Richardson. How are you? Like your name. Well, yes, I never realized that about learning a new language. Gideon, thank you. Yes, I like to hear vibrational frequencies of places. Yes. James says, Gypsy. Carlos says, God bless you. Hope you have a great day. Thank you. You too. Hey, lady. Long time no see. The manicure nurse. Now, that face looks so familiar. I don't know if that was your name before, but I like it. And it's the Medicare. Excuse me. I said the manicure. Sorry. Hey. Right, says Wild Gypsy. That's for giving it a name, for giving it a name. Thanks for giving it a name. Pushing boundaries. Absolutely, yes, absolutely. Beverly says, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Johan says, oh Lord, have mercy. Okay, just experienced this yesterday and thought I was overreacting. Grateful for this video. Yes, ma'am, you're welcome. This is why I want to leave America. It's very pretentious here, but I don't judge. No, but you should say that. It's okay. You're growing. You're opening up your eye. People want to open the third eye. Most people would close it right back. They ain't ready to see what they don't want to see. They ain't ready to see the truth. So that's just the truth. I think the reason why Babylon is falling, the ideology of it, is because people have seen the truth and you can't unsee it. As much as the social media has made the world a lot more toxic, it's also it's actually been a part of the Great Awakening. I think about all the things that even I wasn't downing conspiracy theorists. I really wasn't. I just wasn't. Some of them was going in a little too hard. How funny is all of it is exactly happening the way they said it would. It's just interesting. The free thinkers, the ones that because they don't. Now I know people don't open their third eye. We got too much information. We got crystals and different foods, and they can teach you how to open your third eye now. So you're awakening it. So we awaken to what? You sure ain't gonna awaken to, you're not gonna awaken and stay in the lies. Some people awaken and lose it, but you're not supposed to. You're supposed to move with it. Awakening is guidance. That's why you're awakening, because you're being guided out of the matrix of your mind, the matrix of all of our minds. The matrix is not outside there, it's within ourselves. So we have so we have to switch it off. That's why I say, watch me if that's what you came to do. Or, but I mean, engage in this, go higher, like everything we're doing now. So that you can see like, okay, let me see, because I'm here for a reason. She got something for me. There's a message in this. I believe that everything we do is spiritual, and everything we do is giving us spiritual messages. Everything that happens in our day, every person that comes into our lives. And the letting go is important. I thank my sister Beverly again. She was like, look, I was like, Beverly, I don't know, girl. Man, I need him to come up here. And she's like, no, everybody know you, you're established. I said, well, who's going to help me with the land and this and that? And this, she was like, the right people are going to come. For real, for real. Like, it wasn't just that nice thing you say as an affirmation. Like, I felt that. The person I got, I get more, my food is cheaper because he's a local. He goes to Woolley, which is the place where I land in 3 times a week. And we're going to got a caregiver that's going to take care of the land. He can cut this one down in a minute. He can clean the house. He know all the plumbers, the mason, the carpenter, He goes back and forth to a cross, so when I do need to go, I can ride down with him and then come up in the weekend and come back right up. The one I was with didn't do none of that. All he wanted to do was play basketball, if that's what he was doing. None. Amazing. You gotta let go. You gotta let go. And when you hear me say he didn't think I was gonna win, no, he thought I needed him, that I could never, I know he thinking I'm sitting up in that apartment and I cry, pining away on him. Look at me, doing what I gotta do. The building, the next door, the this, the that. People that's not on your frequency, people that you let step over your boundaries and you have none, they are holding you back, honey. You ain't missing nothing. Those people don't self-reflect. Those people don't grow. Listen, I want to tell you something about this. I was thinking about this with auntie advice right now. I'm going to tell you something, ladies. If a man just gets out of a relationship and he gets with you, how could he be in a relationship with you? How could he love you or even like you? He took no time to self-reflect. Anybody that jumps from one to the other, monkey branching, anybody that does that, male or woman, if I was a man and I met a woman that way, I would never date her. You just coming out of his house. Matter of fact, I picked you up in my Uber. You got your stuff because he threw your ass out. Why would you do that? If your man is cheating on you with that woman, he's going to cheat on you with another woman. There's so many things that I'm seeing that it's so obvious that how are these things going to be a good start? There's so many things that we do and we go, I hope it works out. Girl, you know that shit ain't gonna work out. That nigga ain't got no money, no job. His mama ain't got no money, no job. You living off you. You met him. He was with another woman. You picked him up from the house, and it's gonna be a great relationship. It made me think of, but that one thing makes me think of everything. It makes me think of all the ways we make decisions. It's like some dang crapshoot. What are we doing? We know good and well that can't work. We know good and well this is not a good idea. Because once you close your eyes to the first obvious things, then you close your eyes to everything. And the only person you hurt is yourself. I don't care how good it looks. I don't care how shiny it looks. You start thinking to yourself, even though, like, I got experience. I know where this is going to go. That's what I'm saying. Listen, if you're a sister, you say, oh, I want love. Everybody should be in love. You got to be an example of love. If you be like, oh, I'm so hurt that this woman is so beautiful and she don't want to date men anymore and she's so hurt. Love is so great and love is so amazing. But if you jumping from man to man, you're not being an example to her to show her that love is amazing. Because anybody can get a man. Any woman can get a man to sleep with her. Yeah, any woman. Any woman. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you don't. So you're not doing nothing. Show her what love is. Show her a good relationship. If that's what you say you promote, that's what you say you're about. She ain't listening to you. So no, it's all that time. Do we want it or not? And listen, y'all, I got to work on my flimsy boundaries, and I'm working on my discernment. Y'all got to work on your discipline. Oh, I want to stop this. I want to stop doing that. And the minute somebody suggests, hey, stop eating this, or stop eating that, or stop going over there, or stop having sex with us, or stop. Now it's like, I don't want to hear it. Like, you know what? It does bother me. People that don't ever want to change. But it's like, stop being that stubborn. That turns me. For me, I don't like it. I don't like it. You want to change. Give up something. Change is hard, I know. But the only thing that makes it hard is you standing in the way. Your hard head is making why it's hard. It's not that hard. Be willing to change. As Louise say, be willing. And then ask yourself, why won't I change that if I don't like this thing or I don't like the results? Why won't I change that? I want something different. I'm gonna roll with this, and I know people are not gonna be on this channel anymore. People are not gonna watch me. They're gonna talk about, oh my God, she's upset, she being mean. I'm not being mean. I'm just protecting myself. I'm just trying to tell you who I am. And after a while, I'm not gonna tell you who I am. Because that's when you know how many of us been in a relationship with God dang it, me and you and that person is not evenly yoked, and you constantly have to tell him who you are. He don't see you. He don't want to know who you are. He does not like who you are. That's why he keep acting like he don't like who you are. I mean, what a waste of time. What a waste of time. And then why don't we keep moving the same way? Because it's almost like there's a mental retardation. For those that don't like the word, I'm sorry. Back in the day, read it up. It's not really a bad word. It's a bad word if you say it to somebody, but it's like a mental retardation. Oh, I'm going to keep knocking myself and saying something else. Nobody believe you. Make a difference. I'm talking about myself too. I'm talking about myself. I realized that in order to get what I want, I have to be very, very clear. And I was saying in my masterclass, I was like, nothing about a divine mate. If you ask me, like, what do I want? I don't really know. First time in 57 years, or however long I've been dating, that I realized this is why I'm getting any old thing. Because I really don't know. You know what I got to get out of my head is the conversation if they're all bad or they're no good or, they doing this and they doing that. Part of that, sometimes I go into it, I'll be like, I know they're bad and they got diseases. And then part of me like, not your man, because you're going to do the work. You're going to do the work. And you're going to, can you imagine, what's so deep about vibratory frequency? What you see is who you are, right? What I mean is, if you keep seeing like, oh, all these men out here is full of shit, all these men out here, and you be like, well, it's not just me, my girlfriend's man, but that's your girlfriend, so that's still you. I like that it's you, meaning it's your perception. If you had another perception, and you really believe that perception, it would be like, where did all these good men come from? They were already there, but you wasn't there. In other words, your belief about men had to change. And that's inner work, and that's lots of it. I know, I promise you, I know in my being that there are so many good, black, incredible men. I mean, I know it. I know it. I don't know how to say it, because I understand that there's a frequency that I'm not on. That don't mean it don't exist. That's why I know. It's not that I know because I'm seeing it, although I'm not seeing it either. That's why I say I'm an amazing woman to go through everything I've gone through and still say, wait a second, it was my heart issues. I didn't clean my heart up. It was me. I give that 100%. It ain't these men, it's these women that think in a different way and a negative way about these men. That I know. That I know. I could try to be cold. I could try to be hard. It's not really me. At the same time, I'm not looking through the rose-colored glasses. I don't have to. The real thing is better than what I could see through some rose-colored glasses. Actually, look through the clear glasses. It's much more better. It's much more vivid. It's much more shinier. That's the only thing that I got, because I'll go in that conversation. I'll start it sometimes too, so I ain't blaming nobody. I'm saying that's the one thing I'm working on. Knowing good and well that everything exists. Everything exists. And the only reason I'm not seeing it is because I don't believe it. And what does Wayne Dyer say? People say, oh, I see it I believe it when I see it. He says, no, you'll see it when you believe it. I know that's right. I'm working on that part. So that's my little thing. I'm working on that. No, don't have that conversation. Don't start that conversation. Don't believe in that conversation. It's not true. It's not true. They're all not the same. I'm the same. That's why I'm getting the same. My belief is the same. And the reason why I'm seeing it everywhere is because I believe it. I gotta see what I believe. I believe it. I'm gonna see it. The minute I don't believe it, I'm not gonna see it. The minute that I start, then you incorporate that with the boundaries, your altar work, the ability to change, to look deeply at yourself, to have it's work out here. Y'all ready? I know Lakeisha ready. Let me say that one. Lakeisha ready. And I love it. I want to be the positive auntie. I want to be the auntie that you'd be like, wow, auntie been through it, but she still say love. She still believe in it. Auntie dope. I want to be that auntie. That's that. Oh, look at auntie working on her stuff. Auntie, because we got a lot under us. And there's, you know what? Let me say this too. There's all kinds of aunties. There's the one like, these niggas ain't shit auntie. Hey, sometimes you need that auntie. There's the auntie that want to party all the time. I'm sure she has some value as well. There's the cuss out auntie. That's wonderful. But then there's also that auntie that be like, love exists. Especially a black woman saying it. We got other young women out here. They got to see a black woman saying that. This is why black women get the bitter, whatever, description. Because we're not really saying that. We're not really explaining to our girls. We're not giving them a fairy tale and saying, now go find them. He coming. We say, now what we got to clean? What would you like? Let's do it together. What we need to work on. Not what you did wrong. You see the energy? The energy's got to be different. It's beautiful out here. Our men are beautiful out here. Loving relationships and monogamy is beautiful out here. And the thing is, look at this time that we're in now. So if this was ancient times and we had to fight up against the man, I mean, we were talking about the man. I mean, I'm born in 67, so since the 70s, they've been talking about sticking to the man and the man. Or we talking about the Armageddon as far as all the roster and the conscious groups. We in it right. We talking about Babylon falling. We in it right now. Guess what we supposed to have? We supposed to have our man to do that physical stuff. He supposed to get the supplies and stock them. He supposed to tell us where we're going to move underground. He supposed to build that house. And we're supposed to have the idea, the dream, the premonition, the intuition. We're supposed to cover the family with our herbs and our words. But nah, all the single ladies, build your own damn house. Not that we probably can't, but who wants to? I got to build a house now too. We set that up, all of us, men and women. We messed up. This is the time we need each other. If this was back even in the 60s and the 50s and the 60s, we had to fight when we knew who our enemy was, and black men were not, and women were not each other's enemies. We're going to try to build our community separately. I love the idea of Black Girl in the Woods. It's beautiful. It's nice. But it's okay to have a man in the woods with you too. I'm just saying it's okay. Yes, I'm up here doing what I got to do. It ain't going to be forever. I'm not that person. You'll never peg me. I'm not that person. I'm never going to be that person. I'm for unity, black men and women unity. I'll never be that other person. It will creep up. I will have the conversation. I will go down that road. It's not me. I'm love. I believe in love, togetherness, unity. Black men, black women. That's me. That's me. That's me. Who are you? Who are you? I don't believe in all that other stuff. So we're going to kill that noise, as we used to say in Brooklyn. We're going to kill that noise. Wake up. Say something different. Want a better world. We got girls behind us. Now they all messed up. Can't find a good man. Men are doing them wrong. That's from us. That's the mother's responsibility. That's our responsibility. We didn't do it right. We got bitter. We didn't show good examples. We didn't believe. We didn't teach them that love existed. We told them that men are no good. So that's what they're going to find, no good men. And we're wondering why. We're wondering why. These young girls is coming, and we're not here for them. And we got to be here for them. Okay, I'm done. That was it. That was it. We rolled down that road. The road has been rolled down. Will do. Thank you, Keisha. Yes, I like to hear. I'm just going where I was. Yes, you too have a great day. Thanks for giving it a name. Yes, absolutely. Just experience it. Okay, thank you. This is why. Yes, and you should. I completely understand, Sister Keisha, that concept, but it seems like it's hard for everyone else to understand. It's so important to be yourself. Yes, it is, Lakeisha. I know you do, and you're right. Yes, they mirror you. Yes, Knox mirror in the store. You got out. What I got out. I got out. What a blessing. I mean, sissy, so you know, so you really truly understand. Hey, Arise and Shine. Hi. Are you? I'm a fire sign. Can you tell? I love you for knowing that. I am a fire sign. So my sun is in Leo. I think my moon is in Leo. And I think my rising in the Sag or the other way around. I'm fire all the way. Thank you. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you, Bev. Yes, awesome idea. I'm doing that today. Wham, yes. Hey, Felicia. Hey, Felicia. Hey, Beverly. Hey, to moderators. I'm new here as a moderator. Just wanted to introduce myself to you ladies. Thank you, Wild Gypsy. That's so nice of you. And Beverly's an OG in it, so good people right there. Hey, Wild Gypsy, she says. Hey, beautiful. Good morning. Hey, Divine Quotes. That man is a bless. That man is a blessing. Yeah, I'm Felicia. I'm so blessed. Thank you for being here. I'm so blessed. I like the energy of the man that drives motorcycle. Yes, I trusted him with you today. Yes, everybody feels energy. Good person. And you know, so funny that this is how the Most High worked. The ex was the one that friended him because he lives in his family was building a house in the back. So we were there when there was no house there, and now the house is done and finished. And my friend friended him, and I never got to get I never get close to anybody, so it was amazing. And when he saw that I was up here by myself, and he kept saying, "Rosty, he's saying coming back, but don't worry, they say I'm around. It's me. I'm here for you. Oh, I date for you. I'm around." Like, and I was like, okay. And after a while, Spirit said, "Look, you need help. I don't have to take 500 motos each day going in and out where all them people know where you live. It's a lot of, it's the, let me tell you, honey, that's called the Most High, Most High. That's called the Most High, Most High. Got you. But, like my girl Bubby said, let go. It's okay, you got this. Everything's gonna be provided. Because I love this. I love this. This is me. I chose this. And look, it's better. It's better. He did nothing. Because he never really wanted me to succeed. See, narcissists know that they don't really see yourself in the future. They look for high-powered women, some of them. This one likes that, but to tear them down. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. So once they realize that they're not in it, they're basically actually sabotaging. So they're not going to assist you. They're not going to help you. Secretly behind you, they hate you. You know what I'm saying? They're praying for your demise. Do you understand, too, this idea of when they find new supply, they've already groomed them for years. And then they only don't leave you until they actually secure a new supply, because remember, they absolutely hate being alone. That's why they cheat, and they cheat so much. You know, we women, we got to be careful about what we pick up, because that is the man we sleep with, and they hate you that deep enough. But then these men don't even care about themselves. You know, I started thinking to myself, you know you got to hate yourself as a man, that you would have reckless sex with multiple women, possibly men too, because a lot of narcs be by, and you know you don't give a damn about what you're giving me. If a man is giving you a disease, then that man don't love himself. Be very afraid, so he'll kill you. He'll watch you die. You know, you got to really start thinking about what is love, and the only one is the one that you have for yourself. So, yeah, discern. Yeah, that's why dating slowly is so good. Get to know people. You know, this is what I tell people. Do you know this young man? He never been inappropriate. Never even gave a side look. No, nothing. That's what's up. One other person, I give Kwaku. Kwaku did that too. That's why Kwaku been around as long as he's been around. Although he is part of the other team. He part of the enemy team. Right now, it's the enemy team. Let's make it very clear. You need to treat them like that. I've never been that person. Oh, but don't know. I see the good. There is no good. The day that I found out there was wickedness in the world, the day I found that there were demonic spirits in the world, oh my God, don't mess with me. And he is part of that crew. I'll tell you that one. That's why you'll say, oh, I hope he ain't. No, you hope he stay his ass over there with the rest of them. I ain't stupid. I know how to play them, but I'm really gonna play them because I'm moving. Stay away from them. And I put it out there. You got to get like that with these devils. You never know. You'll never heard me talk like this because I was innocent. I was, oh my God, everybody. And no, honey, now that's discernment. Now, you don't heard boundaries. Do you want to hear discernment? Because this is what we're talking about right now. You know who love you and who don't. You know who care. You know who the Most High brought into your life, and you know who the devil brought into your life. Know the difference, because there is one. I learned a lot. The worst thing is to sleep with somebody that hates you. Sleep with somebody that is sleep. To sleep with multiple women is fucking demonic and evil. You nasty mother effer that you would do that to yourself. You don't care about me? Oh, no, we're never going to do that again. To get with somebody else. See, let me say something. My own little message for the woman. Why? I'm older than you. I could be your mama. Because I know you watching. I could be your mama. So I'm going to give you some mama second one advice. Don't you ever get with a man that was just with another woman. Don't you ever get with a man that would watch a woman hurt, that would discard her like a piece of garbage because he's going to do that shit to you. Don't you ever and think it's going to work. It's a piece of shit. Leave him in the gutter. That's my message. I know you got it. All right, y'all. I'm finished, but let me read the rest. I love it. Felicia is right here. Felicia, you see I ain't read it yet till you just said it. Felicia says, I guarantee he's watching you through your videos. That's what a narcissist would do. Yes, Felicia. I love you, Felicia. Hell yeah, he is. He already regretting. I'm sure the older person, where he at now, she asked him to do shit. He don't want that. He's like, no, I want this easy. You're supposed to be easy. Now you got demands. You want me to do stuff. And then, of course, they in the honeymoon stage. She over there, he over here. Of course, they in love. He don't love. Narcissists don't love y'all. They don't. I know this shit blew my mind. But I could see things, they don't have that in them. So y'all thinking, oh, she's younger. Oh, she's light skinned. I don't know, whatever she could be. Oh, she could be a fucking cardboard box. He don't give a damn. No, let's look at the real thing. She got money, so he thinks. She owns her own home, so he thinks. She makes movies. This assumption, too, that because somebody's a filmmaker, listen, if you ain't balling in Hollywood or Atlanta, I'm not even taking you that damn seriously. You might be a step above welfare, too. I don't know. So we are assuming. That's all he wants. He want to get out of this country and get it to America. That's all he wants. And see, you know why I say to you? Because you might be that woman that think, oh my God, and then if any man that tells you horrible things about the last woman, my mother told me that one, leave immediately. That motherfucker lying. He's evil and he's not telling you the truth. No. So it was all her. So what would you do? Just think about it. What you got to do to tell a woman how you with a woman for, you flirting with her for 2.5 years, however long you've been together, but yet my pictures, my videos, my stuff is on your Instagram. You can go on YouTube and see us in videos. This Negro didn't even hide. This the person I went calling me his wife. What land are you in? I'm not telling you from me. Listen, I'm 57 going to 50. I don't live my life. You a young woman. You gonna waste your time with this motherfucker. You a young woman. This a piece of shit over here. He ain't got nothing. He ain't gonna never have nothing. It just hurts me to see a young girl, but I realize that, you know what? Steam must be low. You want to hurt another woman? You ain't hurting him. If I see a man hurting a woman, I'm gonna say, oh my God, that's how he roll? The other thing, though, is don't warn too much because you don't want that motherfucker to come over here. We want the best to stay over there. I was watching these narc stories about actually women giving real testimony and men. All the men that deal with the narc women, I'm telling you, the men got it worse. Because my mother told me this a long time ago. Ain't no man smarter than, ain't no man slicker than a woman. Ain't no man slicker than a woman. See, a man, the downfall of most men is sex. And a woman got a whole bunch of that. And she can buy the perfect body, so what you gonna do? You gonna fall to your knees. Nobody talks about it a lot, but the men that have the narc women, they usually are destroyed. They ain't good for nobody. And a lot of times the women are as well. But it's so good that in the way it happened because it makes you realize, like, no, all women, this is out here. We got so much information that none of us have to be victims of this anymore. But I had to be it because I didn't have boundaries. I didn't have discernment. I was going down. Spirit said, they about to take my girl. Spirit was like, this Negro, that blood pressure, my heart, I'm about to die with a heart, with the left bundle block, whatever that shit was. My heart was blocked. This fool was trying to kill me. Sure, they was poisoning my food. Him and the narc mom. I'm sure. They're wicked. They come back and they hoover. I want you. They don't want you. Let me tell you, all this glow up, this when they try to come back around. But I rebuked the devil. I rebuked the devil. I tell you that one. That's when they try to come back around. So y'all want to put your head in the sky or the clouds or whatever, y'all go on and do that. Your best to be trying to help the girl, but you're not going to do it because she's this and she's better and I'm the old bitter woman. You should be looking at, no, that's the old wise woman over there. I have nothing against that child. That's a child. I could have birthed her. I have nothing against her. But I do have some, it's not when I'm just saying to a woman, I know you young, you don't know. Ask for the references. Ask for the references. The way he did one woman is he's going to do you. You know what though? He's going to do you worse. Because in his mind, you knew he had someone else. And let me tell you what a narcissist will do. Once it don't be working with the new supply, because it won't, because they get bored, they're going to tell you that it was your fault that they left the other woman. Yes, they are. They're crazy, y'all. He gonna be blaming her because see, once you don't give him some boundaries, then he gonna be mad because he gonna think it was easy over here. It wasn't. He'll never come back. I'll kill him dead before he do that. Mentally, because I know as everything's on, they be writing this down like she said that day. Mentally, he's dead. So, yeah, I know. Let me tell you something else, women, in general, toxic relationships. Anytime you get out of one and they try to mentally, physically, and spiritually destroy you, I'm going to tell you this right now. You're not supposed to come up. You're not supposed to glow up. You're not supposed to have a assistant. Nobody's supposed to help you. You better not fall in love again. If somebody really loves you, you're not supposed to. That mother effer will come back around, and not because he loved you, miss you, because he didn't do his job correctly. It was to destroy you. And because he did not destroy you, he can't steer your glow up. Because let me tell you about a narcissist. It's about how they look in front of others. That was that narky all the way. It was about how they look in front of others. They don't care about you. It's their image. They don't want people to think they're bad people. So they don't. And if you get somebody else, if you get you a man and you glow up and you still successful, then people have to say, well, man, maybe the sister's right about the brother. Maybe he's not that great. They love to you looking crazy. So you see how, like, when I went over there and I had to, handle him the way we do in Brooklyn, I had to let him know what it was. Really, he loved that. He loved it because it was supply, negative supply, any supply. And it makes me look crazy. That's exactly what he wants. But I'm going to tell you, if you want key words to a narc or somebody that is toxic, if he used these words about the last woman, she was crazy. You should absolutely run. Oh, narcs will say that you were the abusive one because they only tell half the story. Like I said, they'll say, oh, she put me out, or she put my clothes out, or, oh, they don't tell the 1,000 of mental, emotional, in my case, it wasn't physical, abuse that they just put that woman through. They don't tell you that. Or, sorry for the man, because I'm telling you, the narc women, this one you want to be born a woman and not a man. Unless you're in a same-sex relationship, I know narking is happening over there too. So when you see me having boundaries, when you see me being discerned and it seems a little rough, you got to understand, honey, I done learned from the best. He made me realize too, don't look at the pretty face. Don't look at the nice body. That is so superficial. Get yourself a good man. Don't care about that other stuff. A good woman. And that's how we all get it. Oh, we're so superficial. But we don't want to put this out too much because We really want them. Let me tell you something about a woman too. The more you say, the more they gonna stay. The more you say, the X, the old supply, the more they gonna stay. It don't matter. We can keep saying it's just gonna bring them close together. It's a good thing. Because I had to have my lesson. My family told me, my friends, they wouldn't tell me something. They told me, they were like, I don't think, you're always getting sick around him. You know, you always calling, crying, or complaining or something. Like, they were telling me. They were telling me, like, this is not for you. So we're not going to hear it till we hear it. We're not going to learn it till we learn it. We're not going to get the lesson till we get the lesson. This is Auntie speaking. I have a reputation on YouTube for 15 years. What he got? And these people would not be listening to me if I was half crazy. But then there's that part of me, that spirit keeps saying, listen, you got out. Run as far as way as you possibly can. Pray for them. As my elder mentors say, kiss her and run the other way. That man was never letting me go until he secured a new supply. Hallelujah. I never want to be in nothing like that again. Never. Horrible. It's more horrible when you realize what you was going through and you didn't even know it. I don't know, dying in a hospital, talking about your heart is blocked. That should have been a clue. Blood pressure is so high, you on multiple medications, UTIs, because they messing with your pH. Yeah, I took one for the team. I took one for the team, and I lived to tell about it, and we're not doing that no more. Thank you, Felicia. Yes, I'm working on my discipline as well. I feel I will have a good quality life if I get disciplined. That's it. Hey, Giam, Lakeisha, Divine says, yes, that's why they say, watch the company you keep, come on, Queen, because you become them. Thank you, sis. Wise words, isn't it? You do. You do. And if you got daddy issues, let me tell you, them narcissists, they good. They choose wisely. They can see that. See, this is what a lot of abusers know, people that's taller than you. You could have your degree in the best college in the world. You could be successful, have a business. You could be, honey, they know that don't mean nothing. They know that there's that little girl issues. They pinpoint that, be like, but she got little girl and she got daddy issues. Then they also see how weak you are. If you take them, this fool told me every woman he meet, he take them to where he live. He's smart. He figured if this dummy, that would be me, if this dummy is going to take me laying on the goddamn floor with a bunch of other damn people that sleep on the floor, and I can take her to my mama, she live in an abandoned building, I can do anything to her. She dumb as hell. She dumb as hell. She low self-esteem. Why would she accept me? They wouldn't even want their own daughter. Although narcissists treat their children absolutely horrible. So they're not even a good example. Sorry. Men are not dumb. They're not dumb. The thing that we would settle for, some of us, they would never. They, look at you. If you think about it, they up level, they upgrade. Oh, and see, in his mind, and the people that want to use it, a lot of them say that the narc, when they go to the new supply, they downgrade. Mine, in some way, people feel like he upgraded. He does too. But it's not the way y'all think. It's only in resources. She's going to do something for him that I cannot do. He's probably right. Let's pray. Let's pray that happens. Let me tell you why. When you do certain things as a woman, you have to get that back because it's just not what we do. I think that women get calmer more. We say, why the man be responsible? No, he's going to hell, so we ain't got to worry about him. But as women, if we can get that part together, I'm going to tell y'all, when I was younger, I know the young girls, you might not know this, I don't know if y'all do this in your generation. Honey, and your man was cheating, the woman would call you and be like, listen, I think we need to talk. Do you know Tyrone? Be like, yeah, well, Tyrone been over here. And girl, let's call. Come on, girl, let's bust him. I'm going to leave that mother. We be talking it together. We be telling each other stuff. We ain't in competition. This fool has been lying to both of us. Did you know? No, I didn't know. Now, somebody, not saying everybody, some people act stupid, don't be telling me, that's why because they got another song, all kinds of songs to tell you I got your man. Whatever. We ain't gotta sing the songs. Yeah, that's it. We went to school. We went to school. Now, just for my safety, I probably gotta take the damn video down. But for those that was there, you was there. You got the wisdom. Y'all, I may have my days where I'll be like, oh, I'm a little sad. Not for that. Sometimes it just made me sad for myself, or just sad that there's people like that in the world, or sad of all the women that you hear the stories, and men that you hear the stories from, and you think, wow, we got to protect ourselves from the demonic forces in the universe. God damn it, shit. Everything, we got to do everything. So we give thanks, and we give praises, and we understand each other. Y'all should join the master classes and do the work. Here's the sermon, but then there's the work. It's like you go to Sunday or church on Sunday, but then Bible study is really going to help you have a better understanding of what the preacher just said. And matter of fact, you can check him out. Make sure he's saying what he said. Make sure he know what he know. So y'all need to come to Bible study. It's the Sunday master class. And this is where we get down and we really dissect. It ain't really Bible. You already know what I'm saying. But I get the concept. And also I talk about church a lot. I know some of you are like, oh, Lord, you're going to go to church. No. Now, these narcissists will make you find a religion now. They'll make you feel like I have been too far away from God. Because I don't know what I did, but the devil done creeped up in here. But really, what that really is saying, that you realize that when you have forces like that, really the only way to protect yourself is to stay in the light. And it's to be cloaked and covered. And mine is at my altar. That is my morning spiritual work. They can't get to it. But if you're not careful and you start getting yourself together, they will mosey their ugly little selves back into your life. And we're ugly, there's a new meaning to ugly. Every woman that thinks it's you or stay better over there or the other person's better for, she is better for them. She gonna put up with what you didn't. You know what happens when they start wanting to dump you? Oh, because I was doing everything. I was like, no, I'm not gonna wash your clothes and pay for it. No, you can't sleep here. I'm gonna come in late. I'm gonna lock your ass out. Yes, no, you ain't gonna cuss me out of eating my food. I did. One time he was talking to me crazy, but he eating out of my pan, eating my food. He had it on the stove. I took it and threw it in the damn dirt. I said, now you can go in the garbage with it. But that's not abuse. That's reaction to abuse. I'm standing up now. No, I'm not gonna pay for that. No, you're not gonna have your name on that. No, we're not gonna do that. Oh, they looking at you like, oh hell no. Oh, we about to get a new supply. They're already grooming one, and they sleep with 5 other people. Didn't know none of this before the breakup. I want you to all know this. I have no idea. They already got, because they need constant adoration. You're so beautiful. I never saw nothing like this. You go to places, the kids run up to him. Dogs and cats run up to him. The men follow him. What the hell going on? But I realize it's not that he's so great. He does these things to make the people come. Can you imagine competing with that? Somebody that needs that much adoration. That's why they sleep with your sister, your cousin, your this. It's never enough. Can you imagine somebody that don't love themselves? Let me tell you something. They make you love yourself because they hate themselves. Childhood trauma going wrong. Your little daddy issues, it ain't nothing compared to that. You ain't trying to kill nobody because of it. You ain't trying to take somebody down on an emotional level. You ain't trying to do that. Y'all, if you was innocent like me, and you thought that you was good and you was doing your thing, well, honey, you better do your thing if that's what you're doing. Cover yourself. Get some spirituality. Commit. Love yourself. And really, if you never met another person, you would be the happiest person in the world. If you choose to meet somebody else, you'll be so cleansed, and that's all that exists. Because remember, men go through the abuse too. Men are targeted too. So we pray. We meditate, we visualize, and we release and let go. All right, nice conversation. Thank you for the 1.5 masterclass. Listen, y'all, If you've got something out of it, I don't know what's going on because y'all not giving no donations and I'm confused. So if you feel in your heart there are payment methods that you can use if you want to donate, if you got something out of this, if you feel like somebody else will get something out of this, you never know. So feel free. Like we ain't gotta, I mean, I'm doing classes. I love doing classes. I love teaching, but I'm teaching right here. This is a class. And I'm not ashamed to ask for it because it's the right thing to do. So do the right thing. If you feel in your heart, do the right thing. I love you with all my heart, and I will see you in the next one. Peace and love.